So let's do a couple of quests here. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and just toss his body here. Make sure nobody's watching me. Nobody's watching, right? Okay, nobody saw a thing. That wasn't a body we threw in there. That was actually just, you know, rotten food. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Graveyard Keeper. I'm your host, the Birdman, known as Falcon. We're starting off in the main menu just because I wanted to show off that we're up to version 0.67 now. We initially started off with 0.666. Ooh, spooky. But we're up to 0.67 now. There's been a lot of updates, so if you picked up the alpha version yourself, make sure you're updating it so you keep in line with all the bug fixes and stuff like that. So let me jump into my new game. And by new game, I mean the game where I actually read information about the game and learned a lot of important stuff. So the way we were doing things was alright. There's no like right or wrong way, but we were doing things the very grindy way. You want to make money the way I was doing it, just like slowly building food or making food and building items and selling them. I read about a really interesting way to make money here. So I want to show that off here today. As a matter of fact, we have a body to show it off clearly. So the way to make money in this game, like real money, good money, is to do your job, be a graveyard keeper. That's what we're supposed to be, right? I mean, we're technically not really one. I mean, we were thrown into this really weird world and now we're a graveyard keeper, but check this out. Number one, it all comes down to the quality of the bodies. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean quality of the bodies? Well, check this out. You see how this body has one red skull? Red skulls are bad. They're just bad. I wasn't aware about this. Red skull is bad. If a skull turns green, it's bad because it'll continuously poison the body or something. Essentially, it's not good for your graveyard. So what do? How do you get rid of that red skull? Well, you take care of certain parts of the body as a mortician. So the first thing you do is you remove the blood. And check what's going to happen down right now. So we remove the blood. Remember how before we're just pulling things off randomly, not really paying attention? Well, you got to pay attention. You see that? Red skull is gone. That's good. So we could put this body into the graveyard and we will take no negative hit from it. And I'll show you what I mean here pretty soon, but we want a little bit more. Well, what happens if I want 4 skulls instead? Well, I could go ahead and remove this skull. Yeah, you remove the skull and get a skull? Yeah, okay. So we go ahead and remove the skull now. And what's going to happen now? We have 4 skulls, maybe? Oh, we do, but it's red, which is no good. So what do you do at this point? You remove the fat, baby. You gotta trim the fat away. So you trim the fat away, and that removes another red skull. And bada bing, bada boom, you got 4 white ones, which is very good. Now, you could also remove other parts of the body, I've heard, which will sometimes give you an even better body, like maybe up to 5 or even 6 white skulls, but it's a gamble. Sometimes it works out in your favor, sometimes it does not. And right now I'm still very early on, so I don't necessarily want to like gamble with that. But as you can see right now, you see all these graves that we have over here at 0, as opposed to like how before we were a bunch of like -2s and 1s because I had no idea what I was doing. So all these new bodies over here that I've put in, with no sort of graveyard maintenance, they're at a 0. So they're not giving me a negative quality hit. The ones that are the ones that are originally there, and by the way, we have to remove those bodies from those graves. We have to exhume them, and either fix them up or get rid of them by throwing them in the river. So I've been doing a bunch of information gathering over here. A lot of this, by the way, is not mine. I didn't come up with this stuff. I read about it on the Steam forum. So if you want to learn more about this, definitely take a little perusal over there. And just be ready to read a lot, but if you do take the time to read, you'll figure how to make... Oh no! Are you broken? Oh, you're broken, buddy. This is not the right time for this because the body's... No. Body, don't you hit under 90. I think if it hits under 90, it's kind of like a bad thing. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. You're ruining everything I wanted to show off the people here, too. Bishop's over here, too. Oh, today's the day of the bishop. Oh, by the way, so the first thing we want to do, obviously, is get up to a 5. By the way, this is a bad thing, what I'm doing right now. Don't ever fix your crappy startup tools with the whetstone like I just did right now. Save the whetstones for the good tools. What do you do when you break tools, you're asking? You sell them back to the Minecrafter? No, he said a Minecrafter. The blacksmith. Sell them back to the blacksmith. Buy new tools from him. It'll probably cost you like a little bit of extra bronze, like maybe 25. But you will save... Well, I mean, you won't save a lot of money this way, because you're going to be spending money a little bit, right? But you're going to save the whetstone for the future when you get the really good tools, and those cost a lot of money. And those are the ones you want to make sure that, you know, it's in that high quality. So we got this to a 0, which is great. So now, how do we get up to a 5? Dude, this guy scared the hell out of me. I thought he was like swinging a weapon at me, and he was just checking himself out. A little bit full of yourself, huh, Bishop? So, check this out. These are the ones that I've made, and they have like a 2 quality, because we have the, I guess, the stone gravestone or whatever. So, do we have any more of these? No, we do not. So, these are the ones that I've made. I essentially read that you might as well just go ahead and skip... building? No. Bodies, right? Yeah. No, wait, where's it at? I read you might as well just... I mean, if I can ever find it, well, there we go. I read you might as well just skip these 2 bad boys and just, I mean, maybe we can make this one. It'll give you a +1 to the grave quality. But definitely skip this guy, skip this guy, skip that guy. Go with the iron, or not the iron, but the stone gravestone. This is very easy to make, mind you. Yeah, I guess we'll probably be using a couple of these because I can't get up to this anytime soon. I need to open up the church in order to get the blue orbs that I read. So this over here is what you want to aim for, and that's very easy to make. So at the moment we have like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We have like roughly 8 that could definitely use a little bit of a spruce up. And I'm pretty sure that those 8 times 2, that would be 16. We're currently at like quality of -13, was it, or something like that? So we're still needing a bit more, but we're very close to making that look nice and spiffy. I mean, not to mention I also have like the gravestone keeper items, so we could kind of use those. So first and foremost, we'll get rid of these extra items that we have over here because we don't need them. Get on out of here. Oh yeah, by the way, I also have the ink and paper for that guy. We'll probably be doing that later today, perhaps. What day do I have to talk to that guy? Is it any day or actor? Oh, just whenever I feel like it. Okay, so we'll talk to him pretty soon. For now, we come down over through here. Are any of my things about to break? No, we're fine. So, let's come over to... How do I make this again? Alright, we have to go over to this one, which is the stone cutter. Stone cutter. So with the stone cutter, we can make the gravestone. Check how easy that is. 1 stone, 15 power, and check how much this gives you. Remember I was talking about min-maxing your stats? Check this out. Well, I'll be. That's 5 red orbs in one go. Oh, another body? Oh, dude, I wasn't... Oh, dude, I'm actually a little bit tired. Can I eat these flowers? Just eat the flowers. Eat the flowers straight up. You're an animal. You're a savage. Do I have any extra food here? Oh, man, this is not the right time. Okay, let me get a little bit of sleep here. Let me just get a little bit of shut-eye. I don't want that body going bad. I mean, technically speaking, if you're not ready for a body, since there's no penalty for it yet, what you could do is just get rid of the body by throwing it into the river. There's no penalty for throwing bodies into the river yet. Eventually, I'm pretty sure there will be. But right now, there's no penalty for it, so it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, thus far, I've only ran into bodies with, like, 1 red skull. This is the same thing. I know you could find a couple of extra bodies with, like, more red skulls, that if you remove extra parts of the bodies I mentioned, you could probably make them up to like a +5 or 6, but it's kind of a little bit rare to find, obviously. So we'll do this, and we should have enough power, hopefully, to dig the grave and put this away. What I like to do as well is like have an extra couple of already open grave sites. I've been doing that for the most part while I was grinding off camera. See, I had the idea over here, but I never got around to... Oh, look at that. It was actually almost done. I think that's when my shovel broke initially. Alright. Perfect. And don't we have a gravestone right now? We have one. Okay, let's go ahead and put that one. I guess we'll just start finishing this up. So grave, boom, boom. Suddenly we have a +2 over here, so we have enough energy for this. We should. And we're up to a -11 now. And we needed to get 5 to open up the church. Once we open up the church, we will be able to hold sermon. If your graveyard is looking pretty spiffy, you'll make a lot of money from donations, and you will also be able to go underground to the church and start studying items to give you the orb, or whatever, the blue orbs, or whatever the hell they're called. So, and that's going to also give us access to the actress, which will eventually give us access to the meat stamp. So, it's all a matter of like chain reaction, but learning about this, the importance of the graveyard really has, helped me out quite a bit. Oh yeah, another tip I learned too is that if you want to get faster sleep, sleep when it's nighttime as opposed to daytime. Like I'm over here acting like I'm a freaking well, I mean, technically, I am a mortician. It's like, what do you want me to do? I'm sleeping at daytime while I'm a mortician. I work at night. What can I say? So yeah, we don't want to do that anymore. But what we're going to do right now is come down over here and make ourselves a couple more of these. So luckily we have a ton. Well, I mean, I already had like a ton of stone saved up from earlier work. So, we're gonna make a couple of these here. So, at the moment, I mean, we can make obviously all of them if we want to, which we probably will, but... I mean, we'll try to deck out all of them. I think we have like roughly 8 graves, was it? 8 or 9 that could probably use this. Even more. I'm gonna go up to like 10 and just put those all over the place. 10 will get us over the 5 that we need for the homeboy, and we're out of energy here. I have so many red orbs now, so what do I want to unlock? Let's see. We'll start farming at some point too, so we might want to... Yeah, let's just get this here. I mean, we're getting some of those red orbs so easily now. And you're required 10 greens. Now look at this, for once we're actually high on reds and low on greens. That's funny. I also want to get wood processing at some point, and I also want to get those ingots too. Alright, there's a lot of things I want to unlock here, but let's get a little bit of shut-eye here. Got another body just now show up too. Yeah. See, we're doing so good now that I can't even upkeep with the bodies. Alright. Let's see, how's my items? Everything's good? I mean, I want to make a run towards the blacksmith eventually, trade in the items and get some good ones off of them. We don't have to do this one just yet either. What I could do is just throw this one away. How many? Oh, I have 7 burial certificates. Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of this body here. And again, there's no penalty yet in the game for this, so I'm gonna just toss this into the river. We have 7 burial certificates, so that alone should give us a lot of money once I get back to town. And this will probably be fixing... I believe this is the way to get to the swamp, to get a lot of iron ore and other stuff like that. But that's also the way to the witch, if I'm right, so... There you go, buddy. I'm sorry. We really couldn't do much with your body this time around, but, you know, be sure to sign up next time and we'll see about taking care of you. Just not this time around. It's like the perfect time of the day, too, to throw a body away in the water. You know, it's nighttime. It's really gusty, apparently. It feels like, if anything, like I just basically committed a hit on somebody, and then, like, I'm part of the mob. I'm just kind of like, you know, yeah, just toss him in the water. Just put a bunch of rocks so he sinks to the bottom. Although that guy didn't really sink, but you know what I'm saying, right? Alright, let's come back over here and make a couple more of these. So I'm not really sure how many I'm up to at this point. Let's see, do a bit more. I would like to get some sleep before it's completely daytime, so we replenish that. Although at this point, since we're not necessarily using tools, I don't really have to rush over to the blacksmith, so I'm just gonna work it out here. Can't imagine the size of this guy's guns right now, just doing this over and over and over. Guy's probably jacked. Oh, these all take up 1 spot each, so we have to go back right now to do it anyway. So we have 7. Oh, 8. Okay, we have 8. We can't even pick that one up. That's how good we're doing here. By the way, how creepy is it that I'm storing the extra fat skulls and bloods in the chest at the footrest of my bed? A little bit creepy, isn't it? Can you imagine this guy sleeping at nighttime? He hears a noise. Oh god, it's that skull. I'm being haunted by my own bodies. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it, man. I mean, the entire thing of being like a mortician, you know, taking bodies apart, I can't do it, man. I get like, you know, really like, ugh, when I'm watching like, it's not a body showing up. Stop giving me bodies, donkey. I'm good right now. Like when I'm watching like those CSI type shows or whatever. You know the ones I'm talking about. And they have like, you know, like autopsies or whatever, and they're like digging their hands in the body. And it's kind of like, ugh. Which is kind of weird because I watch horror movies all the time, really gruesome ones, and that doesn't bother me. But once you put it into a real life setting, then I'm kind of like, ugh. Sorry, can't do it. I gotta be honest with you, buddy. Excuse me. I gotta be honest with you. At the moment, it's not the right time. I need to go ahead and put some gravestones in, so I'm just gonna go toss you into the river too, okay? I'm trying to figure out, like, how much money am I gonna get from the certificates. We have 7, right? I believe each one gives you, like, 1 silver, or is it 2 silver and some change? Wait, we have a lot of money coming our way, which is great. So, let's start pimping these bad boys out. And by pimping them out, I mean, like, making them look good. I'm not, like, necessarily selling the gravestones to perverts out there and being like, hey, give me some money and I'll walk away while you do whatever you want with this graveyard at your own leisure. That's not the type of pimping we're talking about here, because that'd be kind of weird. It'd be actually really weird. I don't even know why I brought that up. It's really weird. It's freaky, man. Then again, it's a really freaking game, so hey, it all kind of goes hand in hand. So here's what I want to show off about this example. Do you see how this body's in here? This body, because of those 3 red skulls, it's giving our quality of the grave an overall -2. So that's a bad body. We need to exhume it. But I believe you could only exhume once you open up the church. So that's the reason right now that I want to, like, you know, get us up and running Because once we are able to hold mass, we will then be able to buy their certificates for exhuming. What I've heard, though, is that they're fairly expensive, so only exhume the ones that are really doing a big number on your overall quality. Like, that guy's not a bad body, too. And I say that because he actually has, like, the good quality gravestone and even the lining, and it's still giving me a -2, so that's a really, really bad body right there, I would say. Sorry, no offense to your diseased corpse there, but you're a really bad body. And check this out, right now we're about to get up to a 5 after we put the next one in. So now we have enough to open up the church, but again, the higher quality your graveyards add, the more money you get from the donations from holding sermons, so we don't want to stop at a 5. So there we met what we needed to do, but now let's see, 1, 2... Huh, that one's at a 1 by itself. Why are you a 1 by yourself? What did you do? I don't quite understand why you're a 1, but okay. 1, 2, 3. You're probably the first body I had to bury in the game, which was a bad one, so you have to be exhumed. 1, 2, 3. Well, I mean, eventually we'll put a body in there, so 4. We need about, like, 4 more. Now we can start thinking about also fixing some of these bad boys up as well. Here's what I want to do. You're a -1 right now. Well, I wanted to remove the good stuff and put them on my good bodies, but if I remove this now, I'll take an even negative hit, and then this will drop quality again. We'll actually remove the good stuff from the bad bodies once we can exhume them. So that way we can exhume the body, get rid of it, and then take the good gravestones and linings. What I'm worried about then is that I think that once you start exhuming bodies, that's when the ghosts come out. At least I imagine that's how the ghosts come out in the trailers that I've seen. So at this point, I don't think there's anything we can do in this day. Man Day is coming up right now. Next day, anyway. For that one, we might actually go over and talk to the Inquisitor, which we haven't talked to in a while, because nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. We haven't talked to that guy. There's another body out there. And I believe if I talk to him again, he's going to give me some sort of task, so we can figure out what that is. And I also... Donkey, look, dude, right now I can't do much with that body, so I'm going to toss it into the river. Let's also go ahead and pick up the ink and the paper and deliver that. So let's do a couple of quests here. At least I took my time and I showed you guys exactly what I'm up with the graveyard, so that is good to go. As a matter of fact, we have to wait for this day over here to roll up in order to open up the church anyway. We still have a little bit more work to do, obviously. But at least now it's ready to go. We can start holding sermon. So let's do a couple of quests here. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and just toss this body here. Make sure nobody's watching me. Nobody's watching, right? Okay, nobody saw a thing. That wasn't a body we threw in there. That was actually just, you know, rotten food. Alright, buddy. I got your paper. You need 10 pieces of paper now? No, it's better be 1, dude. Here's your ink. Great, ink is the blood of the poetry. That sounds good. I should write that down. And here's the paper. He does need 10 pages. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Was that changed recently from one of the updates? Did he always need 10? What do I even need to do your quest for? Like, what are you going to open up for me? Ugh. See, the problem with that is that it needs 10. Those are actually kind of expensive. Those cost me quite a bit of money there. Well, for now, let's go ahead and sell these certificates. Oh, wow, 1050. Not bad. So we're up to 1427. Okay, that's a little bit of nice bit of chunk of change there for us. If we go over to the blacksmith now, I want to show you the trade deficit, or at least like the difference when you give him an old weapon or an old item and then buy one from him. His prices can range sometimes, like sometimes he'll charge you more than usual. So make sure that you're doing it at a time that he's not charging you too much. Like for instance right now, oh no. Update, what have you done? You see how he's still selling a rusty axe that's about to break, and this rusty pickaxe that's broken, and this that's broken too? Those are the ones that I traded to him. He doesn't replenish his equipment anymore. Oh no. See, this was a tip that I read in the forums as well. I think the developer might have gotten wind of it and been like, oh, okay, people are abusing that, huh? Let's go ahead and change that. Oh no. Well, before... you could still at least do it once, it does seem, but before you'd throw the item in there, and the difference would be very low. Like right now, the difference between this and this seems to be 75 bronze. But initially it was like 25 bronze, which isn't too bad, really. Oh, so now you have to buy the whetstones or make the Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? We could also unlock our own thing. So probably what I'll do next is, yeah, start making my own. Then again, I'm gonna have to use the whetstone to clear those up too, though, huh? Well, we have this made, and apparently we can make them from the wooden anvil. Something tells me we're gonna need a bunch of iron ingot, more than likely. But there, we unlocked it at least for now, which is fine. And we could also unlock advanced forging. Might as well do it. Alrighty. Well, because it is indeed Man Day, as I like to call it, let's go over and talk to the Inquisitor and see what his whole ordeal is. I don't even know how long I've been recording. Like, I lose track of time playing this game. When I was doing this new run for the new graveyard strategy I read about, like, I started playing it, and, like, I just lost track of time because I really enjoyed just, like, I really enjoy the farming in this game. Like, I'll just get lost doing stuff over and over and over. Like, it has that same Punch Club quality, where Punch Club is very grindy. Here, at least, it feels like more of an open-world RPG. Whereas, like, Punch Club, you went from one location to the other one, you grinded stuff over and over. Here, at least, you're traveling, so it feels like an open-world, like, Stardew, right? But you lose track of time playing this game. Like, I started playing this, like, a couple of days ago to catch up for this video, and, like, man, I think I started at, like, I don't even know what time, and I ended up, like, going, like, oh, wow, it's that late, huh? And completely lost track of time. Inquisitor! Ah, Keeper. I enjoy the air here. There is something righteous in it. It is good to know that we'll soon be burning another witch here. We're still torturing her. Oh, how about that? But forgiveness is worth it. This time the burning should go perfect. We need to prove that no witch can escape our righteousness. We need to make some preparations here. You can aid the Holy Inquisition. We need some firewood for a nice warm fire, and as many advertising flyers as you can get. I'll wait for you. The witch isn't going anywhere. As soon as we have everything ready, we'll burn her. So, I don't know where to get flyers from. More than likely, though, we have to make paper, or we could buy paper, one or the other. But I believe in order to make paper, you need skin, so we have to start skinning bodies for that. But that's also going to require us to open up the church, I believe. Firewood, I already have access to that, but I have to find out about the flyers first. Okay, so we have a quest now. We're going to help in the burning of witches here, according to the Holy Inquisitor. Alright guys, well I'm going to head back home. I believe we're out of time with this video anyway. And I will catch you next time. Hopefully this new information here could help you out, a couple of you guys that have been playing the game now and wanted some better strats. Take a look at the Steam forums, it'll help you out on occasion. Again, all the information I provided here is based on what I read, so none of it is like my own info, none of my strats. I just read about them, but I wanted to share them with you. Stick around for next episode. We'll have some things to do then. I will catch you next time.